so windy. Bakery is less than 2 minutes away from where we parked. Whew, I'm home. Woohoo. So this is our breakfast for today. This is their traditional bread, and I bought some cheese as well. I'm so in love with this. Yummy, yummy.
We've only been here a few weeks, but especially after that visit last week with the Montenegrin family, we've basically become 50% Balkans. We haven't got much of a scenic view this morning, unlike the rest of our trip here in Montenegro, and as you most likely can hear, it's chucking it down too. For our final week here in Montenegro, we're actually in the capital city called Podgorica, sorry, I think that's how you say it, and this is the largest and capital city here in Montenegro with about 200,000 people living here, which is almost half the population. Because of the bad weather, we've actually parked up here in this hotel. It's like a hotel parking lot, and they allow campers to park here. They've also got the services. So the only thing is this, we can't drink the water here that's filled up in the vans. We're just using it for showering. But they do have this kitchen here where we can fill up the water. Okay. Right. This should be drinking water. So the rain and wind hasn't been too strong, to be honest. I think it's supposed to get worse. As you might be able to see here in the street, there's already things like falling down. There's this cable dangling across the street, and a few trucks have had to stop and pull it. Looks like the wires come off, and it broke someone's wing mirror, I think, but at least it didn't knock down the whole thing. That would have been crazy. The guy lost his wing mirror.
Really?
Yeah, the problem is there's not much maintenance going on here in Montenegro. So our first stop for today is a dentist appointment. We've managed to find a good dentist here in Podgorica. I've got my appointment at 1 o'clock, I think, and Charlene at 2 o'clock. We're going to try and go into the city, and we've just checked on Google Maps and it looks like there's like an open parking space nearby. So we're going to go and check it out. Hopefully it's not busy, because it looks like there's just so many cars here in the city. But we're going to go and try and park up there. Although it's rainy and windy, it's still surprisingly hot.
So the temperature is 21 degrees. Turn.
So driving in Podgorica can be a bit challenging, especially in the city centre, because you've got the main roads. When you have a green light, you've still got to watch out because so many cars just cut in and try and go through as quick as they can. Driving here in the Balkans is a bit different than Central Europe. Well, very similar to Italy, I'd say. South of Italy is very similar to here. So the dentist is about 10 minutes away, and we like to do our appointments in places like this because the prices are similar to what they were back home in Malta. For the dentist, I'm not sure how much it's going to cost, but possibly about 60 to 80 euros for the cleaning, and then we'll see what else needs to be done. Last time we did our teeth in the UK, and they cost us about £400, so very, very expensive. That was a big mistake. What we also do, we don't just stop at any random dentist or vet or whatever we're doing. We always try to find the ones that have got like a 4.8, 4.9 or 5-star review on Google, and they're normally the best in the city. That way you can get a high quality service for a decent price. So we managed to park up close to the university, so it's not too much of a walk, just 10 minutes I think. And I left the data SIM with Charlene, so I haven't got any internet, and I'm just realizing how hard it is to navigate when you haven't got Google Maps. And I think I need to go in this direction, so I'm sure I'll find it in the end. Come on, fella, you want to cross the road? Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. So, I think I found the dentist just in here. Hello.
Hello. So you might be asking why the hell you're going separately. And the answer to that is that we don't like to leave our dog alone in the van while we do some errands. And even when we go shopping, for example, for some clothes or anything like that, we always stay with her in the van. We heard stories about a couple that their van was stolen with their dogs inside, and I think that's my biggest nightmare. It's been raining all day and it just sucks. Now it's time for a cup of coffee because this weather really gets me in the mood of doing nothing. Chris, I think, will be here in like 20 minutes and then after I'll go. I hope it stops.
Teeth are clean, pretty cheap here, and really, really good service. It only cost me €40, so much cheaper here, and you can get a good job done if you look for the right person. So this building that I'm walking past looks really, really weird. It's very old. It's got like this pink colour. It looks like people are still living here. It's Charlene's turn now. You ready?
Got my brolly with me.
It's actually closer. I found a shortcut round here. Just go round the pink building and through the field. How many kisses have you got? How many kisses? So surprisingly, we find it so easy to book appointments like this when we're in cities like Zagreb, Ljubljana, and even now here in Podgorica. But today's video is not about teeth, would you believe it? We also want to talk a bit about safety and how we felt here in Montenegro. Starting off with the roads. So when we arrived in Montenegro a few weeks ago, it's actually night time, and we've been passing through some of the worst streets in Bosnia. We made it into Montenegro, and the roads were amazing, a joy to drive on. Now obviously, as we got exploring the country in the following weeks, we realized that that wasn't the case everywhere, and there were some roads which were not in the best condition. So mixed feelings in regards to driving here. Got some of the best roads in the Balkans, I think, but at the same time then it can be a bit dangerous at times. So my recommendation would be, do not drive at night if you can, unless you're 100% sure that you know you're going to be on the main roads. And additionally, in bad weather as well, try to not drive, especially if you've got a van or motorhome, which is quite big, because some of the roads where they're doing road works, and there's a lot of them, are in horrible shape, and when it rains it's just a mess, one big mess. Apart from that, in the mountainous areas we've noticed that there's a lot of rocks in the road. I know they do maintenance because we have seen some, but I don't think it's at the level of the other countries that we visited in Central Europe, because that's something that you'd rarely see, you know, rubble in the middle of the road, whereas here in the mountainous regions it was a daily occurrence, and we would see them all the time, and you have to drive slow and kind of go into the other lane to avoid the rocks. Some of them are even like this big. Apart from that, there's a lot of street dogs as well, so you have to watch out for them crossing the road, and be aware that some might actually like jump at the van. And the other drivers, some of them are really good, but some of them are a bit crazy. The other day in the mountains, this guy, he was towing like a little box, and he just overtook us on this really narrow lane. We literally nearly hit the pavement. So some of them are a bit dangerous, and try to watch out for that. And for some strange reason, we've seen so many cars with no number plates here. So you don't want to be having an accident with one of those. I can't believe Charlene's not back yet. I went for my appointment at 1 o'clock and I was back at 2 p.m. It's now 4 o'clock and she's still not back. She's got better teeth than me, so I'm sure she's not stuck at the dentist. I bet you she's gone shopping most likely, or just walking around, I don't know, looking for something. So doesn't matter really. It's a very rainy day. It hasn't stopped raining yet. Grey skies, and it's already getting dark. So I'm just here editing this week's vlog at the moment. Holly's all cozied up over here. She really loves it. When it's a rainy day, she gets to rest, cuddle up, and deep down she really loves it. I know she does. I guess Charlene will come home at some point. So when she comes back, we need to figure out a plan, because I think tonight will be our first night wild camping in the city, if you can call it that, because tomorrow she's got another appointment and we don't really want to go too far. So Charlene's back from her shopping, and we've just realised that the fridge isn't cooling a lot. So something which fixed it last time was blowing air into this thing here, and hopefully it's done the trick. As soon as it goes orange.
It's so crazy, look at this!
So we've managed to find a park up. We're actually on a bit of a main road today, which is very, very different for us. but it's the only thing we could really find in the city, because the actual car parks are so full that, you know, cars will come and park next to you and then end up most likely hitting us because it's a normal car space. We found these parking spots here on the edge of the road, but it's actually a very, very wide parking, so we should be good. There's also a tow truck here as well, and looks like some houses, but they're all kind of fenced off, so we're not really in anybody's way. There might be a bit of traffic going through the night, but I'm sure it will calm down from what it is now. It's actually only about 7 p.m, but because it gets dark so early right now, you think it's later. So nothing wrong with a bit of stealth camping in the city.
Here we have aubergines, marrow, feta cheese, some Montenegro sausage and some potatoes.
The cars have actually quietened down a bit. Obviously it's still passing by, but not as many as there was earlier on. So we're just going to enjoy this meal and hopefully have a good night's sleep here.
Today I'm heading to bed early because I'm very tired. It's 9 p.m. and I'm asleep already.
Good morning, friends. I'm not going to lie, that was not the best sleep at all. Charlene did get to bed early. I stayed up working a bit late till about 1 a.m. Big mistake, because the traffic really calmed down, but then like every 10-15 minutes someone would speed past at about 100 miles per hour. And yeah, it took me an hour or two to get to sleep. I was so worried that someone was going to like smash into the van. So I don't think it was really a good idea staying here. But to be honest, now the traffic started again, it's a bit better because everyone's just driving at a normal speed. The fridge is also fixed, so it looks like what I did yesterday there at the petrol station seemed to have worked, because it's cooling more than ever. Although we didn't get much sleep here, this is a prime location in the city because Charlene's got an appointment just about 5 minutes away. And I think I might even go and get my hair cut too, because look at this, it's a bloody mess. And that's why you see me in the hat on.
We need to go to the supermarket as well.
Supermarket. We also need to get some water, because that place was a pain where we stayed at. We filled up the water, but it's non-potable, you can't drink it. So we haven't really got any drinking water, so maybe we just buy a couple of bottles. And I also want to share with you a scary experience that we had here in Montenegro. Last week, yeah, I dropped Charlene off. This was in the mountains, so in between, I think, Zabiljak and where we went to meet that family last week. And I stopped off at a supermarket. Charlene went to go and buy some stuff. The supermarket parking was very small, as most of them are, so I carried on driving to the edge of town, and there was like this big area. I just parked up there. I told Charlene I'll wait half an hour and then I'll come and get her. After about 10-15 minutes, this car out of nowhere comes in and pulls up right beside the van. So it was on this side and literally like half a meter away, and just pulls up there. There were two guys in a hood. One of them got out, and just to add, this was in daylight. I think it was about 4 p.m, so it was just getting dark. It was raining. It was a bit dark because of the weather really, but it wasn't at night. And yeah, two guys in a hood. One of them just got out straight away, walked by the van. I was actually here on the laptop and I saw him, so straight away I just checked to make sure the door was locked, and it was. And I looked out the window, and he knocks on the door. I asked him, what do you want? And he had like these two pieces of paper, they looked like tickets, and he was going like this to me on the window. So I said like, no thank you. He carried on for about 20 seconds like going like this. I said no thank you. I don't know what these were, tickets or what he was trying to sell or what it was, but it was just really weird, to be honest. So I just kept saying no thanks, and after the third or fourth time he just left, and he walked around the van, back in the car, and they just drove off. Really weird. I don't know if he was trying to maybe sell something or give us free tickets. I have no idea. It could have been like a genuine interaction, but at the time it seemed very sketchy. So I just said like, no, get out of here. And yeah, apart from that, no issues whatsoever here in Montenegro. But I thought I'd share that with you because it was a very weird encounter and not something that you'd normally come across. Like normally in Europe, when we're in the van, it's people coming to knock on the door. They're telling you to move on, or like you can't park here, or mainly locals. Whereas this guy, I don't know what the hell he wanted, and it just seemed a bit sketchy. So after he left, I waited a few more minutes just to make sure they're gone, and I just went to pick up Charlene from the supermarket right afterwards. As I mentioned, we felt pretty safe all throughout Montenegro. We absolutely fell in love with this place, and we spent a bit longer than we actually planned to be honest with you. The only downside I would say would be the rubbish everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. The rivers, on the roads, it's just out of control. Hope you're finding this video interesting. I know we're not doing much in nature. It's very strange as well for us, like after the last few weeks being in the mountains and yeah, it's just strange being in the city. It's just loads of noise all the time. So I feel weird too here, but sometimes you need to come into a city to get certain things done, and this one, Podgorica, is actually quite cool, to be honest, because it's not too busy and you can do everything that you need to do. We managed to sort out a few appointments today. Most of it's all done. The weather is absolutely crazy. It was chucking it down earlier on. The sun's out now. I also went to do a facial. Charlene convinced me, and I think I'm looking a bit better, to be honest.
You look younger. I'm back. This is my new haircut.
Wow.
I'm so in love with it, to be honest. What do you
Looks so
think?
different.
Huh?
Look different.
You like it?
Nice.
I think today we shall call it a pampering day. And I also bought some clothes. Of course, I went to the shopping complex and it was so huge. You miss me? Let's go to the vet now.
We're actually going to head to a vet because Holly's eye is back again. Like, not too bad, but in the morning sometimes it's got a bit of discharge and it stays closed. You know, it's kind of sticky eye. I don't know what it is. Obviously, we've stopped giving her the drops. We did that for about 2 or 3 weeks and stopped that. But we found one open here and we're going to go and have it checked out.
These prices that we're finding here are impossible to find anywhere in Europe, I think, because a haircut was 35 euros. The vet now so friendly and they helped me immediately. They also took her blood and gave me the treatment as well for her. It's made from her own blood, and I also bought her the drops against the ticks. So that costed 36 euros. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Because I really can't believe it. I mean, it's so modern here. There's everything. Everything that you can imagine is here.
You won't believe, normally when you pay cheap prices, you think the service is going to be of a lower quality, but it's just so good, everything we've done here. My hair's looking good, Charlene's hair's looking good. I'm sure there's some questionable businesses here, but the good thing, we can choose the ones with the best reviews, and so far we're definitely not disappointed. I think we've managed to do everything that we needed to do here in the city, so it's time to go and have something to eat before it gets dark. What's wrong?
I think I have a problem though, because this fringe, ugh, it needs time.
It's high maintenance?
Yeah.
It looks good though. You alright, Holly?
No,
No, don't touch it.
Aww. My baby girl, lay down, no. That was a good parking spot. It was in the center, so it was very easy to reach all of the shops, and also it had free Wi-Fi there as well. Perfect spot. Today has been a busy day and I feel so tired, so we're going to a restaurant. Right now we don't have any internet, so we're going to follow this map that we put on, and tonight I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where we're going to sleep. We'll see.
So not much else to do really, apart from eat some good food in this weather. It's just chucking it down non-stop.
Here we are.
So we actually stopped at this restaurant. It looks like it's got really good food, but it's not letting us inside with Holly, I'm afraid. As you can see, the rain is just picking up again, and
It's cold for her.
it's cold outside. Yeah, it's got some outside tables, but it's just a bit too cold and rainy, I think, today. So no restaurant then, or maybe we'll find another one.
A few moments later.
So we actually found this restaurant and we were able to park the van over there. So a bit far away, but we can still see it. And I've ordered a mixed grill and Charlene has ordered a beef for traditional meal. So looking forward to that. And I know we've eaten some traditional food already in the mountains, and now we want to find out what it's like in the city.
And Holly is just right here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I think this is a bit too small.
Mamma mia! It looks delicious. It's big.
How am I going to eat all this? Lucky I'm hungry.
Everything is good. The meat, the potatoes, the bread, it's just so delicious.
This actually costs 14 euros, and I'm sure 2 people can eat this. It's just so big. I think this is as far as I can go. There's so much chicken left, but I'm stuffed.
On my end, it's finished.
So all of a sudden, Holly's eye is 100% better. Look. Oh my god, we're getting soaked.
Come on!
Go, 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 go.
My hairstyle is gone. Oh.
Oh my god. No, this is the road we're supposed to pass from. That was a really, really good meal, and no wonder I couldn't eat it all. I asked her, should that be for 2 people, and then she said yes. Charlene ordered some donuts now as well. No, actually I didn't have donuts, so she ordered a cake because she wasn't full.
I wanted to have those donuts that family prepared for us, and I think I want to do them myself because I can't find here anywhere.
So I really hope you enjoyed spending the last few weeks with us here in Montenegro, a very, very beautiful country. We're really impressed, and we'll definitely come back in the future. If you've ever been to Montenegro, let us know. What do you think about this place? Did you enjoy it? Was it not your cup of tea? Were there any places that we should have visited? Let us know. Our next plan now is to head to Albania, so in about 2 or 3 days I think we're going to hit the road. We're just going to wait for this stormy and rainy weather to pass, and we'll make our way south to Albania. So really looking forward to that. Thanks a lot for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week in Albania.
Ciao!
Bye!